Okay, now we're going to talk about animation. The first thing that we're going to look at is how to animate within a frame. So in this particular scene, we have the weird ghost with hair going over the hill, going from large to small and making a nice little arc right over the hill to who knows where. So what we want to do is we want to try to figure out how we can do this. So I'm going to go over here. Here's our new panel. And I'm going to select this tool. We'll hover for a minute. And this is called Layer Transform. So I have our little ghosty guy person thing selected. And then what I want to do is move the ghost from here to over here. So the way I do that is I come over here to our Tool Properties tab. And I look for the KF, which stands for keyframe. So on this frame, I will add a keyframe. And then I can either drag this over, add another keyframe, and then move the apparition, I don't know, whatever the ghost is, and I've actually created an animation. I can undo that and show you another way to add a keyframe. Okay, so in this case, I've added a keyframe here, that keyframe there. If I move my playhead to the end and I move our spectral character, you'll notice in here that there's a line, and it added a keyframe once I made that change. So you can either simply click on keyframe, then move to the end, click on keyframe, move your object, or do what I just did recently, is click on keyframe, move the object, and a keyframe will appear. If you don't like what you've done, you can click on your keyframe and hit delete. I can delete them both just to show that. And now we have just nothing but a stable ghost. All right, so what I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to add, because we know we want to have a curve, and we know that we want the object to decrease in size. So I'm going to add a keyframe at the front. I'm going to add a keyframe at the end. Click. I'm going to move this over here. And then I'm also going to hold down my shift key, keep it in scale. I can make it smaller. So now you'll note when it moves over here that it's going from large to small. Well, that's fun, isn't it? But we thought, oh yeah, let's have a curve. So I'm going to stick it about right in the middle where I want it to kind of bump up. Hit keyframe. There's my keyframe right there. Can now move this up. So it's going to kind of go up and over. See? Up and over. Now, I can move the keyframes once they're in here. I can shift their placement to make it happen faster or slower, depending on how I want to move. So let's just see. That will probably be real fast. We'll play it. It's going to play the next one. Boom. Or we'll slow it back down here by just simply dragging it out. Come on. Oh, there you are. I'll make this hill thing right over here on the top. I'm just going to simply move this over. And let's take a look at what that looks like. There you go. We just bumped to the next one. So that's how you move and distort an object and then actually add other paths to any animation you want to do.